Less bottles, less waste. Why is it a big idea? We're in California and we're close. I mean, we're close to the ocean, we're close to the mountain. Everything is so precious, and there's a reason why the setting is beautiful. They've went to great lengths to keep it that way. So there's always the ever-present, terrifying, what if someone spills? That's on all of our minds. And am I using the right oil? Is the oil I'm using the correct? Is it causing too much emissions? Are we damaging? So it's not just damaging the engine, we have some detrimental ramifications to the environment if something goes wrong. And then just to prevent things from going wrong, Chevron, ConocoPhillips, Royal Dutch Shell, all of these guys have made products specifically designed for the worst case scenario. There are products being used on the ocean. There are products being used in the forestry when it comes to hydraulic to prevent, if there is a spill, that's always bad, but this will soften the blow. This is environmentally friendly. So there are, again, going back to the very first question, there are specific things that we can recommend people use, but at the end of the day, it's packaging. It's not just how much emissions, what if it spills, it's how much waste are we producing. You gotta understand, metal on metal, anything friction, any motor, even electric motors are going to require some type of oil or grease. So when you hear it's like, well, why is it such a big deal? What's going on in the Middle East? It's all interrelated. Oil is going to be in everything you're using. So in the meanwhile, we need to make the most out of what we have. And how we can be conscientious of our environment is right products. They have 55 gallons. Well, we've come out with like these pit packs, or specifically through Chevron, where it's a 6-gallon box. Now, instead of the old way of doing it where you have 6 quarts, each with a single quart plastic bottle and its cap in a box, each of which has to be completely drained, put back on, thrown out. Now you have 7 components. The EcoBox is 1. It's a sealed box. Inside there's an inner lining that's plastic, and it has a tube that has an on-off that locks. Once it's completely done, it's like vacuum sealed. They squish the box, it's completely drained, there's one piece of waste. Now, who wouldn't want to do that? Nobody wants the EPA crawling through their dumpster, but we've given them every option. Like, here's a reason to keep them out. You're doing everything you can. And plus that, you can keep your drum problem or your tote problem down to, okay, I don't need 55 or 400 gallons. I have 18 gallons here. We can call the good guys at Southern Counties down the street and they'll bring us another load here in a week. That's as easy as it is. But you need someone telling them, okay, this is what you need to be aware of, this is what you need to be afraid of, and this is what you need to do, just normal operating procedures to make your business fully effective when it comes to the lubrication products. It was a fast lube in downtown Riverside area. This is a few years ago. I've been at it for almost a little over a decade now. And I go in, and the guy just bought this business from another guy that couldn't wait to be done with it. So he had bulk tank storage all over the place, and he starts asking me, what do you recommend? And I'm, well, 530, and then you want to go 530 synthetic? And he goes, well, 2050. I'm like, 2050? Nobody's used that in like 5 or 6 years. Well, yeah, people still like it though. I'm like, well, people like a lot of things they shouldn't. I mean, right now it's not relevant. And then he asked me for just a straight, he asked me for something that was also even more obsolete than that. And that's when I jump in. I was like, no. Here's what you won't do. This is what's going on today. This is right now GF5. Here's the most current spec. So giving you an up-to-date example, that right now is backward compatible. You don't need to carry something that's 5, 6, 7 years old in addition to everything you need now. So the genius into designing these specs, like if you look at, you said not to be specific, so one of the major oil companies, most of them are based out of Houston, West Hollow, they have 2,000 PhDs on deck. Not only do they field phone calls from all across the world to answer application questions, but they're the ones, those are the minds behind, okay, this is what we're designing this for. And that's what the guys like the boots on the ground, that's what we do. We go out there and say, okay, this is obviously an automotive. We want to keep you up to spec, in date. You don't necessarily need to have 1040 and 2050 products. You're in the state of California. We have a real neutral climate, 530, synthetic 020. That will do. That will suit most of your needs. And then again, I'm the practical guy. I look at the business owners because I treat it like it's my own checkbook. You don't want the guys playing junior chemists where they're using an old standard of Dex, an ATF that was used 10 years ago. Oh, I'm just going to mix this in. You want to keep people, there's an integrity there. Everybody depends on their cars. So what I tell them is like, I have a product specifically designed to meet a whole laundry list or myriad of needs. That's what I recommend you use. Instead of you saving here but paying here and then trusting this guy who, you know, not necessarily has the background to mix or have anything to do with chemistry. You know, let us take care of it. It's already formulated, packaged, and we'll take care of you. And plus that, it's good when we do it that way because we stand behind it 100%. A lot of people will sell you something in the hopes they never see you again. That's not Southern Counties. Our business, it's not retail. We see our customers on a monthly basis. Some of our guys are on a weekly basis. That's a huge difference. You get to develop relationships over the course of 2 or 3 years dealing with the same people. So it's not a comfort, oh yeah, that'll work. It's not a, oh, I got my commission this month. No, you're gonna see the same guy next month. So we're kind of old standard. It's like we'd rather grow together than grow apart.